but you never want to do the research. And then you all want to judge how I'm drama, but you never want to actually do the research.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Hey, what it do, KHAOS Hi. If you're new around here, my name is Coley, as seen by a subscriber, as Beth. Around here, we do commentary. Basically, we see shit, we say shit, and usually we talk a lot of shit. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about a chick named Beth. Her channel name is queenofspade. Not the fucking part, though, you know. I'm tired of her throwing me in the mix with all these fucking conspiracies. I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. So, there were many rabbit holes I could have went down and talked about this chick, right? But I figured what I would do is completely talk about something I was familiar with, something I always talk about on my channel, so it wouldn't be so wild. And I don't want to use her trauma on my channel, so because I can't vet any of these fucking people who are making all these accusations against her. Anyways, I know it sounds confusing, but when we get into it, it'll make sense. So, anyways, without further motherfucking ado, let's get it. So, on February 10th of this year, I made a video on her and a situation I saw her in on a channel called CC Suarez. She was in a live chat. There was kind of like an exchange back and forth. I saw it in real time, so I decided, fuck it, I'll just make a video on it. Did not realize it was going to go absolutely fucking crazy like it did. Anyways, so after I made the video, right when it went live, I sent her a link. I found her ass on Instagram. I sent her ass a link to the video so she wouldn't get blindsided by it, because I knew somebody would fucking tell her about the video. So I was kind enough to let her know, hey, there's this video. And not only that, at the very end of the video, I found, rummaging through all of hers, a video that I could kind of relate to. And so I wanted to make the video not seem like I was attacking her, just showing some behavior that I thought was fucking erratic and weird. So anyways, she proceeds to come to my comment section, have back and forth with me. She knows some other people in the comment section that are always there. And everything seemed to be okay. She seemed to be kind of annoyed, obviously. Anybody would be if they have a video made on them. But she then comes back days later, acting like a fucking fool and just acting really fucking weird. So I had to fucking make a video telling her to stop. I did a video a few days ago maybe, and her name was Queen of Spade. That's the chick I did the name on, right? I think her name is Beth at this point. I'm pretty positive that's her name. Anyways, I thought her and I had, settled everything. I thought we were cool, whatever. Well, now I see this little interaction in my comment section, and she's not only coming at me, she's coming at other people that are in the KHAOS that I'm not okay with. And I don't like it. So, there's that. Don't come at people sideways in my comment section days later. It's starting to make you seem, again, erratic. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here you come, accusing me of some shit. I don't do Reddit. I don't even have Reddit on my fucking phone. I don't have Reddit on my fucking laptop. I don't have Reddit anywhere. I don't go to no fucking Reddits, no subreddits, clowning you. No, actually, after I made my video on you, it was like the last time I thought about you. When you come over here accusing me and part of my family, okay, of doing some shit that we're not doing, is where I draw the fucking line, period. So please don't keep doing that. Please don't. Please don't. You can have a respectful conversation. Don't fucking try to patronize me, mock me, whatever the fuck it is. This is the reaction you're going to get. Now that we're all clear on who the fuck I'm talking about, what situation I'm talking about, and always remember, timestamps, videos, everything I refer to will be in the description below. Every fucking thing I talk about will be there. So, do not worry. Anyways, now that we know who we're talking about, the situation we're talking about, I am going to go in and explain why I think she has erratic behavior. Well, one of the reasons why she might have it. And the only reason why I'm going down this rabbit hole is because I feel like it's something I need to talk about anyway, and about the fake idea that there are actually communities on YouTube. There's not. There's genres, and then there's different cliques of people who have their own small community. But just because you come online and do a certain type of content does not mean you're a part of said community. That's why I feel like I'm in no one's community. I don't want to be in a community. I have my own. Period. Okay? I have my own community on my own channel. And I think that's where shit is going awry, and I'm fixing to show you why I feel that way. Again, all my opinions, all things I talk about will be down in the description below. Again, just my motherfucking opinion. Okay? Okay. Let's do it.
Hi there, my name is Beth, or Queen of Spade. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Of course, Fred wants to say hi. He does feature in a lot of my videos. I do make anti-MLM content. I'm also branching out and doing other things, so please do subscribe. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and you know, I just want to have some fun. I just want to throw some spades at the Hunbots, you know? I used to do It Works, I used to do Sensi, and now I'm just here to have fun and hopefully make a community and get some info out there. So please do like, please subscribe, be sure to share my videos with all of your friends, and let's have some fun and throw some spade.
So this is the video I remember seeing for the very first time of hers a long time ago. Now, when you watch that video, what do you see? Somebody seeking a community, right? Well, here's, I think, where the problem lies. I'm going to show you a video where she's shouting out, kind of like a creator. Not really shouting out. She's more like making it known that she's supporting certain creators. I'm going to show you the video.
I watched an Emily Leah video that really triggered me, and so we're going to talk about it. So I just got done watching an Emily Leah video the other day. We all know I love Emily, and she brought up getting fired from MLMs. I'm hoping that maybe Emily and I can get together and do a video about getting fired from It Works.
So we see her reaching out and kind of wanting to, you know, become a part of what she thinks is some type of, you know, inner circle in the anti-MLM community. What she doesn't know is that Emily Leah is a piece of shit and wasn't really ever anti-MLM. She was just doing it for the fucking money. Anyway, that's another story for another day. However, I think that was a problem in what went wrong with this Beth chick, okay? She wanted a community. She went in there thinking that she could become a part of, and when you usually join an MLM, you get all these love bombs and people are always liking you and all this other bullshit, right? Well, what happened was that didn't happen for her on fucking YouTube. People didn't rally. People didn't come, you know, and become part of her community or allow her into their community, right? And that's unfortunate, but that's what happened. So then what ends up happening when you leave your MLM? You get shunned, right? So, and that's triggering, right? So she didn't get accepted by these people she liked so much. So in her mind, in my opinion, that brought her back to being shunned from her MLM and maybe even other shit that happened in her life. I don't know. All I know is that I'm just going to speak on the shit I see online. I'm not going to talk about her like, you know, traumas as a fucking child because I'm just not. Okay? We'll get into trauma later on in the video. Anyway, but I think that's where the switch happened. She wasn't brought into the community. Nobody really, you know, reached out and brought her in. So she felt like an outsider. And again, being shunned again was probably very triggering for her. All my opinion.
And it's not like a larger creator took me aside and told me that these things could happen.
And that's exactly why this switch happened, in my opinion. So, switching gears just for a minute. Do you remember at the beginning of the video how I was talking about communities and how I think that they are fake? I don't think that there's actual communities, personally, okay? So, I just want to touch on that for a second and why I think that so many people need to hear this that maybe aren't creators or whatever the fuck. Anyway, so there's this false idea that if you have each little genre or whatever on YouTube, that within those genres there's this massive community that rallies for each other. That's not the case at all. Not close to being the case, okay? What it is, you have niches, you have genres, then you have certain cliques. And I don't say that in a bad way. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But you have certain personalities or creators who come together and they form their own small communities within said genre or whatever. The problem is people think that they can just jump online and then they're going to be, you know, welcomed with open arms into communities. And that's just not, it's not what happens here at all. It's very much high school. And I'm not just speaking from myself. I'm saying this happens all the time. If y'all only knew what happens like behind the scenes with this bullshit, that is exactly why I don't consider myself part of any community. I never will be. The only community I have and or care about is the one on my fucking channel. And I think that if Beth were to focus more on that, on the people who subscribe to her, and not worry about the larger community, or air quotes, bullshit community, I think that she would do a lot better. It's always wanting to fit in and constantly saying, I can't speak out, yada, yada, yada. Nobody is telling you that you can't. If people have, I think, Beth, you should make a video and put it out there. Show the fucking receipts. Show people, telling you can't talk about certain things, and put the shit to bed once and for all. Instead of making these small videos saying this and that, and then leaving people guessing and speculating, because when you do that, people change the narrative. They can, because you're not giving them everything, right? That's why I'm so fucking transparent. I'll tell you all day long about what the fuck goes on with me. I don't care. Because I'm not trying to fit into any fucking community. To me, they don't exist. There's just cliques of people that talk about the same shit. That's all it is. So that's just the main reason I made this video, is to, well, one, call her out on her bullshit, because I'm not part of these fucking cliques that she thinks I am. Two, because I think that more people need to know that these bullshit communities don't fucking exist. And I'm sure people aren't going to like that. But that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Y'all can believe what y'all want, but I know what I see. So, there's that. Now that we've got that part out of the way, I want to talk about trauma and how people use it online. Since it seems to me that Beth uses her trauma to weaponize it, or to use it as a shield for anything that she does. For her reasons, her excuses, whatever. Again, all my opinions, and they're just formed from what the fuck I have seen. With all of the shit that I have watched over the past several fucking days, Beth seems to describe her trauma as if it's somehow worse than everyone else's. So since she does that, I want to let everyone know that I have trauma. Matter of fact, I've talked about it before. But since Beth seems to think, or in my opinion, she seems to explain her trauma in a way that it's almost like no one can ever feel how she's feeling, because she's been through so much trauma. Okay? So since she feels that way, in my opinion, I'm going to talk about my trauma. Therefore, she can understand that there's a way that you can have trauma, okay, but you do not have to use it in the way that she's using it online. Am I saying that you cannot talk about your trauma? Absolutely not. But if you are going to, you need to be aware of several things. You need to be aware of how you're talking about your trauma, who's listening to your fucking trauma, and if you're saying it in a way that is more educational, or it's more of a, I'm getting this off my chest, or hoping somebody can relate to, not constantly using it as a reason why, I'm sorry I reacted this way, I'm sorry I reacted that way, but it's because I have trauma. No, you cannot pull the trauma card every fucking time you do something that people don't like or that is wrong. That's not okay. And that's just, again, my opinion. But when you're using it to weaponize it towards someone, like, I'm lashing out because I have trauma, or I'm sorry I said that, I have trauma from when I was a child. You cannot do that. It's not fair. And I know life isn't fair, but it's not fair to the people who watch you, because people stop engaging and stop watching you because it's constantly a battle with you. You're in a constant state of like cause and effect, cause and effect. And since you like to do that, I'm going to talk about my trauma and show you how somebody who has trauma can go through life and have a fucking YouTube channel and doesn't have to use their trauma the way that you do. So, starting at age 5 years old, I was at school and my mom was so close to me that she could hear my school bells ringing. But the house she was at the time, she was waiting on her cocaine to be delivered to her. So she left me at school. I was there until dark. Okay? Then at 7 years old, my mom decided to take me downtown to a neighborhood they call The Bottoms. I watched her strap up with multiple other people and sit at a round table and literally shoot up with me there in a huge ass house in the middle of the fucking night in the dark as a child. Okay? Then I'm taken away from my mother at 7 years old, live with my rich ass grandmother. Let me tell you, money doesn't solve shit. My grandmother has buku ass money, okay? And she had hired help because she had so much money. Well, one of the hired helps she had groomed me and molested me from the ages of 9 to 11. Then, at 11 years old, I was brutally assaulted, and the reason I'm not going to go into detail is because I want more people to be able to watch this video. If I went into detail, more people would not watch it, okay? Then, at 14, I moved back in with my mother. Well, I was 14, my friend was 16. We used to go hang out at the mall because back in the day, there was no fucking social media. So, we left with some of her friends. Again, I was 14, she was 16. We left the mall with some of her friends. She ended up being raped by 4 people while I was stuck in the bathroom, locking myself in there. And I got out of there just because she came to the door. I heard her voice. I opened it, and I looked at her, and I said, "You have to run." And we ran directly out of there. It was a pitch-ass dark fucking room. We ran out of the room, and we ran down the fucking street all the way back to the mall. That's the only way I got out of that shit without being, hurt and raped my damn self. In the mix of all of that, I was starting to self-harm. At 16 years old, I had surgery, and so when I came home, I was laying on my couch, and I was very, incoherent because of all the medication they had me on. Well, my parents were in the other room doing some stuff in my bedroom, and one of my mother's friends, a guy friend, he proceeded to fucking molest me, and I could not fight back because of all the medication I was on due to said surgery. Then, about 2 years later, my mother decides to start cheating on my father with the same motherfucking man who molested me when I was 16. Yeah, that's a thing. Next fucking problem I had was, I moved from my state to the state I'm in now because of my husband's job. Well, last April, I went to the fucking Walgreens in the middle of the night, and a dude rushed me from behind as I was leaving and started beating me in the fucking face because he wanted my wallet. Side note. He didn't get my fucking wallet. So, now, tell me again how I can live through all that trauma, but still know that you should not use it as a weapon or a shield for anything ever, period. Explain that to me. I realize that everybody's trauma is different. I realize that everybody handles trauma differently. However, it still doesn't make it, in my opinion, okay to do what you're doing, Beth. The way that you constantly use it, it feels like a cop-out. It feels like just something you say because people don't want to go there, and as soon as they hear trauma, they don't want to question you, they don't want to come at you, or whatever, and that's not okay. It's just fucking not, period. It's like nowadays we hear so much about it, we're almost desensitized to what the fuck we're listening to. There are people who come across videos like this that are not in the best fucking state, okay? A lot of people come to YouTube as a fucking escape from whatever. And I promise you, constantly having, different fucked up situations happen, and they're constantly hearing the same excuse, even if it happens to be your trauma, they're not going to be about that, dude. They're going to fucking leave you alone because it sounds like a fucking excuse, period. Now that I've said all that, I want to kind of offer a solution, okay? Beth, if you hear this, or anybody else who needs to hear this, okay? When you start, your own channel or, building a platform that you care about, okay, you need to remember that you have your own built-in community, and maybe not, obviously not at first, but you will get your own built-in community. And instead of focusing on the larger community as a whole, because I'm telling you, they don't fucking exist, make your own community on your fucking own channel. That's what I do. Am I doing everything right? Am I the perfect YouTuber? Hell fucking no. I just started this shit. But I'm telling you, people are not always who you think they are. And Beth, you know that because you've said it out of your own mouth. So, focus on the people who have decided to click subscribe. Do you understand what that means? That means that they liked you so much, they tapped a button so that they did not forget you in all of the hundreds of thousands of fucking channels they fucking see on YouTube. That means they found value in your shit. So instead of shitting on, 1,500 fucking subs, why don't you stop worrying about a larger fucking community and worry about them? Talk to them. Have community with them. That is the only way that, in my opinion, you're going to be happy on YouTube. Because no fucking community has welcomed anybody. And when they do, it becomes very high school, very cliquish. Again, in my opinion. But I am not saying in any way that there's anything wrong with finding creators that do similar things as you, talk about the same topics, whatever, and y'all, you know, rallying with each other. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you come into YouTube or anywhere expecting that, this is what happens. You get let down, and then you start getting triggered, and then you start paying more attention, and then you start getting into conspiracy theories. And I'm telling you, people are so busy with life, nobody is thinking about you the way you think they are. I know that can be hard to believe because you see many things and you think that that's what's happening. You think that people are focusing on you and yada, yada, yada. It's not like that. And if you would stop what you're doing now, which is constantly just dumping trauma on them over and over and over again as your reasons as to why you do fucked up things or say fucked up things, I'm telling you, people would come back and be happy to watch your videos. Your engagement proves that people are done. Okay? You have a bigger channel than I do. I get more engagement than you. That is not a dig. I'm trying to show you that the reason people aren't engaging, people usually don't come back to unsubscribe. I've told you this before. They just stop watching. And it's very fucking clear to me in your numbers that that's what's happening. So if you truly care about Anti MLM, if you truly care about your channel, if you truly think it's all about the fucking subscribers, then do that. Stop worrying about, you know, who does and doesn't like you. If Cece doesn't like you, or Chelsea, whatever y'all want to call her, Cece Suarez. It's MLM people, okay, or anti-MLM people. If Savannah, Chelsea, Deanna, all these people, if they happen to not like you, so fucking what? Like, I mean, and find your own people. Start with the people that chose to continue to come back to you. I'm telling you, if you would do that, I promise you, within 2-3 months, your engagement would go way back up and people would actually take you seriously. No one is going to take you seriously about any topic, especially anti-MLM, when you have this type of erratic fucking behavior constantly. There is an entire subreddit dedicated to you. And for anyone watching, the reason why I did not go down any other rabbit holes is because there's so much different information and it comes from everywhere. And I don't know what's true and what's false. And the people that I saw talking about Beth, because I'm telling y'all can go to the search bar and type in #QueenofSpade. You will see so many fucking people who have made these videos on her. Some are disgusting, and those people are absolutely fucked up for what they've said about her. So Beth is right in that there are people out there that do spread lies about her. So that is a valid thing. There are people out there who do shady shit to her. However, I think we should look at why that started happening, okay? Honestly, it's going to happen to everyone to a certain degree because people hate my ass too. But to have so many people that have the same story and don't understand what the fuck is going on and why you're behaving this way should tell you something. Again, all my opinion, and I'm just speculating, but I think that the reason why you're not seeing it is it's almost like a choice. You're not trying to. Instead of looking inward, like it may be something you're doing, you're blaming it on everyone else and then saying the reason why you can't be held accountable for your own shit is because you have trauma. And I'm telling you, that is what is wrong. You will never grow on any fucking platform, especially YouTube, with that mindset. It's just not going to happen, period. So please understand, this is not an attack. This is just me trying to show you something you can do differently. And I promise you, if you would do these things, all of the other areas would start to shut the fuck up too. You know what I mean? And if at the end of the day, if you feel like you need to talk about something that has happened to you, if I was you, I would sit down in a fucking video, I would gather all the evidence, all the receipts, you know, do a whole ass video, boom, 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 boom. Here's all the proof, and then let it be, period. But you constantly going back and forth, I don't know if you realize this, but it's not working, okay? And I realize that there are probably things that some of the creators I like have done shady shit or said shady shit to you. But I'm asking you to ask yourself, why is that? Is it all them or is it you too? Can you take accountability for your own shit too? Should people be talking to you like shit? No. However, how are you dealing with other people? You're doing it in a very smart ass, sarcastic way. Nobody is going to welcome you when you act that way. Period. Go look at your comment section. Your comment section, everyone in there, there's not one well, I saw one comment that was kind of supportive of you, but every single comment was, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you. I'm just trying to get you to see what everybody else is seeing. Anyways, in closing, y'all, I just wanted to do it this way because I felt like maybe, just maybe, she might listen to me or hear me at some point. I don't know. But I appreciate it if y'all made it all the way to the end. I love y'all. I know it's a long one. I know it's confusing, but I really try my best to make it make sense. You know what I mean? So, anyways, love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.